Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Ncert Mathematics Learning Hub. As we've started with the new chapter, that is pair of linear equation in two variables, and I have done the introduction part of this chapter in the previous video. So if you have not visited that, please do visit and watch that video as well. So in this video I am going to teach you how to represent the situation algebraically as well as graphically. Okay, so this is the very first question of exercise 3.1 of pair of linear equation in two variables from Ncert mathematics textbook. So let us read the question now. Aftab tells his daughter, so there is a person Aftab and he is telling to his daughter, 7 years ago means before, so 7 years before, I was 7 times as old as you were then. So he is telling to his daughter that before 7 years, what was the age of Aftab? His age was 7 times as old as his daughter. Okay, so now one more sentence he's telling. Also, 3 years from now means from here 3 years, I shall be 3 times as old as you will be. So the past age he has just predicted with the sentence, and the future age. So you can observe two equations you may get out of this, right? Then they have asked you to represent this situation algebraically and graphically. Algebraically is nothing but you need to represent this data in the form of a equation. So presenting the data in the form of equation is nothing but algebraically you need to represent, and they have said clearly that you need to just represent. Okay. Then you need to represent this situation graphically also by drawing the graph as well. So I have just I have taken a graph sheet here. Right, so let us try to understand how can we get the equation out of this statement. Okay, so whenever this age kind of questions, whenever you'll be having, always assume the present age of the person with some variable. Okay, so let present age of Aftab. I am taking present age of Aftab as X. So maybe I don't know what is the age of Aftab, right? So I am just taking it as one variable, that is X. What is a variable? Variable is some value which can keep on changing, because we don't know what is the value of this, what is the age of Aftab. Because of that, I am just assuming it as X. Now I am taking the age of and age of his daughter. His daughter, we don't know the daughter's age also, right? So let me take the daughter's age. Let it be y. So age of Aftab we have considered it as X, and present age of daughter I have considered it as y. So present ages we have considered. So now let us come back to the statement. What does it say? 7 years ago. So if it is 7 years before, so whatever is the age now, you need to subtract 7 because before it is. So let me write the age of Aftab before 7 years. So it is X minus 7 because it is before 7 years. So if your present age is 15, if I am asking you your age before 3 years, so what will you do? 15 minus 3, right? So if I don't know the age of Aftab, so I am taking it as X. So X minus before 7 years, so minus 7 is equals to, what is his age before 7 years? It is equal to, it is 7 times as old as his daughter. So 7 times 7, and whenever times will come, it means you need to multiply, and I am going to write that in bracket. Bracket also means the multiplication only, right? Of bracket, all these things means multiplication. So 7 times as the daughter's age. So present age of daughter is Y. Before 7 years, even the daughter will be 7 years less than now, right? So Y minus 7 is the age of daughter before 7 years. So now we got one equation, right? So let us just simplify this equation. X minus 7 is equals to 7 into y is 7y minus 7 sevens are 49. So I'm just trying to write everything in the same line. So now x, this plus 7y, if I am shifting it on the left side, so this will become minus 7y. Right? Now I am going to keep equals as it is. Minus 49 I am going to write as it is, and I am going to shift the value, this minus 7 on the right. So minus 7, after shifting this side, it will become, plus 7. Right? So which is equals to, it applies that x minus 7y is equals to minus 42. Right? So here minus 49 and plus 7 is there. So you need to subtract and you need to write the bigger number sign. So this is your first equation. Okay. So you got your first equation of the pair of linear equation in two variables. It is in two variables, right? X and y. And it has the degree 1 also. X is having the degree 1, even y is having the degree 1. So it is a linear equation, right? So now in the same way, let us try to get the second equation. So how do we get from the second sentence? 3 years from now. 3 years from now means from here 3 years. So if your present age is 15, if I am asking you what will be your age after 3 years, what will you do? You will add your present age with 3. So 15 plus 3 you will do. So it will be 18. In the same way, as we don't know the age of Aftab, we will keep it as x. Present age is x. I am considering x plus what? How many years from now? He has said 3 years. So x plus 3 is equals to, he will be 3 times as old as his daughter, right? So 3 times is nothing but multiplication. So I am writing in bracket, so it means the multiplication only. So now 3 times as old as his daughter, right? So daughter after 3 years will be y plus 3, because her present age is y, and after 3 years she will be y plus 3. So x plus 3 is equals to 3 into y is 3y plus 3 3s are 9. Now I'm just why I'm shifting this side the variables, because the general form of the equation, how does it look like? A1x or a, only you can write it as like this, ax plus by is equals to c. I'm just bringing it in this form, all the like x and y variables on this side and constant on the right. So because of that I'm just doing all this just shifting thing. So x, now 3y, I want to shift it on the left. So it will become minus 3y, which is equals to, plus 9 was already there on the right. So I am just writing it as it is. Now plus 3, after shifting this side, it will become minus 3. Right? So what are you going to get now? X minus 3y is equals to what? 9 minus 3 is how much? 6. So this is your second equation and this is your first equation. So how did you represent this algebraically? By using the two equations. You have got the two equations. So this is algebraic method of representation. Now graphically also you need to represent. So how do you represent any equation graphically? You need to plot that in the graph. How do we plot the graph? Do you people remember the 9th standard concept? You used to draw a tabular column, small tabular column, assume the two values and get the other values, and then you used to plot the values here on the graph. So let me just draw two boxes, one for first equation and another for second equation. Okay, so for any linear equation, if you have 2 points, that will be enough to draw the graph. Okay, so it will be enough if you have 2 points, and if you are drawing 3 points or more than that also, you may get a proper graph, but 2 points is enough. So x and y, x and y. Now let me just write the equation here. X minus 7y is equals to minus 42 is the equation. But this is not the proper form, because if I want to know the value of x, then x will be equals to this one. Representation algebraically, this should be in this form only. But when you are drawing the graph, let one variable on the left side and let another variable on the right side. Why? Because whenever you are having both the variables on the same side, then you may have little more steps to solve and get the other variable. So because of that, let one variable on the right and one variable on the left. Okay, so minus 42 plus 7y. So now you will understand it better when I will just draw it and show you. I'll just calculate it and show you. So now you can observe, you have to find the value of x. Whichever the variable you have kept it on the left, you need to find the value of that. And whatever the variable you have kept on right, you need to put some value for that. So you can take in the opposite way also. You could have kept y this side and x on the other side. But what I just suggest you that whatever the number you have positive, keep it on the left, and whatever the variable is negative, bring it on the right. Okay, so here x was positive, so I have just kept x this side only. Y I have just brought it on the other side. If both are positive, then it is well and good. You can just take any of the values. So here x was positive, so I just kept x on the left. Now I am going to put the value of y. So let me take the value of y as 6. You can take any value. It is absolutely fine. It is absolutely fine if you are taking any value and you are getting any value here. So if I have taken the value of y as 6, then I need to calculate the value of x now from this equation. So x will be equals to minus 42 plus 7 into y. Y I have just taken it as x, I mean 6. So let me just substitute it here, 6. So minus 42, and you can observe here 7 6 are 42. So minus 42 and plus 42, this will become 0. Right? So for y 6, you got x 0. Now in the same way, I need to substitute y some other value now. If I am taking the second value as 7, let me just take it as 7. Let us see what I am going to get for x value. So minus 42 plus 7 into, I have just taken the value of y as 7. So and how I am getting this equation, I am just observing this equation and substituting only the value of y, and I am keeping everything as it is. So you can observe minus 42 plus 7. Instead of y, I have just taken it as 7 for the second point. So now you are going to have here minus 42 plus 49. 7 7s are 49, right? So how much you are going to get? 1 is negative, 1 is positive. You will be subtracting and writing the bigger number sign. So you will be having here 7. So for value 7, for y 7, you got the value of x also 7. Right? So in the same way, we need to find the points for the second equation as well. So what is the second equation? X minus 3y is equals to 6. So for this equation also, let me one variable on the right and let me keep one variable on the left. So here I can observe x is positive, so let x be on the same side. Now y is negative, so I'll just shift it on the right side. So it will become x plus, 6 plus 3y. Right? Now you need to just put the value of y something and get the value of x. You can take it in opposite way also. If you are keeping y this side, you could have substituted the value of x. So whichever you are feeling easy, you can just use that. I have taught you in this method because you can observe if you are keeping the y value here, then you would have here minus 3y, and this will be shifted this side. So now you need to just eliminate this minus 3 also. That will go to the denominator and you may get any complicated expression. So because of that. So here Now I am just substituting the value of y as 0. If I am taking the y value as 0, so let me just write the remaining thing. X plus, after 3 there is y, so in the place of y I need to put 0. So what I am going to have here? 6 plus 3 zeros are 0. Any number multiplied with 0 is 0, right? So 6, you got it. So for value 0 you got the answer 6. Now let us substitute in the place of y as what should we substitute? Let us substitute 2. If I am substituting 2, what I am going to get? Let us check. So 3 into 2 you have now. 6 plus 3 2s are 6. So how much you got? 12. Right? So for value y as 2, you got the value of x as 12. Okay, so now it's time to plot this point on the graph. So for the first equation, you can observe x value is 0, and always I have just taught you in the previous chapter, that is coordinate geometry. The points can be always represented with the coordinates. And how are we going to present the coordinate? By x and y coordinates. So x coordinate is 0, y coordinate is 6. Let us plot this point now. X coordinate is 0, so this is your x axis. X coordinate 0, y coordinate 6. So this is your y axis. Now you need to search what? 6. So this is your point. So let me just mark this point here. Now second point is x value, you can observe it is 7. So you need to search 7 in your x axis, that is here. Then you need to search 7 on the y axis also. So 7 here. Then you need to just go up, and wherever is 7 here, you need to mark that. Okay. Now after getting the 2 points, just join these 2 points to get a line. So this is your line for the first equation. Okay. So let me just write the equation also here. That is x is equals to minus 42 plus 7y. This is the equation. And what is the coordinate you have plotted here? 0, 6. And what is the coordinate here that you have marked? 7, 7. Now let us come to the next line. Because it is a pair of linear equation, always you will be having 2 lines, right? 2 straight line you will be having. Now you can observe here in the second equation, for the x value 6, you got the answer y as 0. So x is 6. X axis you search 6. Here it is. And y is 0. So y, where it is 0, you can observe in the y axis there is no 0. So it is here only, right? In the y axis, where it is 0, it is here. So you need to mark this point now. Now second point. Second coordinate, it is x axis 12, y axis 2. Okay, so x axis 12, I don't have it. Let us do one thing. Let us plot find out one more point to get the so that we can have a better point. So it is your duty to get a proper point, so that you can draw that in your graph. Otherwise, what you can do, you can take the scale properly. You could have taken here, instead of taking 1 2 3 4, you could have taken here, you would have written, let me just write and show you. Yes, let me take the scale here. Scale, x axis here 1 centimeter. So you can observe from here to here 1 centimeter is equals to 1 unit. Okay, for 1 centimeter you have written 1 unit only. But if it according to your requirement, maybe the value that you are getting is very large, maybe it is 20 30 something like that. How are we going to write that on the graph? You cannot keep on writing each and every number 1 2 3 4 till 100, right? So what you can do, you can just change the unit here. So you can take 10 20 30 40 50 60 like that, and you can change the scale here. 1 centimeter is equals to 10 unit. You would have just changed it here. 1 centimeter is equals to 10 unit. But anyways, I have just taken it here. So let me just change the point, because for the smaller point I may get the answer, I may get the proper point. So y-axis also, what I have taken 1 centimeter. For 1 centimeter I have taken 1, 2, 3 only, so it is 1 unit. Okay, so if I am taking the x value, I am taking the y value as -1. Let us see what I am going to get. So if x is -1, I mean y is -1, 6 plus 3 into -1. So it is nothing but 6 minus 3. So how much do you have? 3. So for x-axis 3 and y-axis -1 you have. So just let us plot this point, because this is a smaller point and you can just mark it very easily. So for the x-axis 3 here, y is -1. So where is -1 on the vertical axis? It is down here. So you need to mark this point properly. Okay. So my y is -1. So let me just mark it like this. Now what I will do, I will just join these two lines, these 2 points also. Let us just write the point also. Here this point is 6, 0. And what about this point? It is 3, -1. Because I was not having x coordinate 12. Because of that I have just found the another point. You may extend the scale by taking the units properly, or else you can just find the values properly so that you can put it in the equation. Okay, so these are the 2 points that you have, and this point you have got for the equation. What is the equation here? X minus 3y is equals to 6. Okay, so this is how you will represent the equation in the graphical method. In the algebraic method, you just have to get the 2 equations. That is your algebraic method, when they have asked you to represent the situation. Okay, and this is how you will represent the situation in the graphical method. So in the next video also, we will be proceeding with few more questions from the same exercise. Actually there are 2 questions, so I ask you to complete question number 2, and if you are having any doubt in question number 2, please do let me know through the comment section, so that I can help you out in the question 2. And please don't forget to like, share, subscribe and press the bell icon.